FPV is my hobby and I like it because you get that feeling of flying as a bird and having different perspective of the world than what you get from the ground. When you fly an FPV drone, you have full control over the machine, and making these drones do what you want requires a very steep learning curve. This freedom that I'm talking about has been giving cinematographers new perspectives for their clips, but when it comes to photography and filming, camera drones are still an indispensable tool. A camera drone is defined by its simplicity and camera capabilities. It doesn't require that FPV steep learning curve I mentioned before, and it normally has more control over the camera than FPV drones which need an external GoPro or other cameras for their filming. I've never tested a camera drone before, and this video is about my first experience with one, the Potensic ATOM. I know there is a big association between camera drones and the brand DJI. But in this case, I wanted to try something on the budget side to see if it was enough for my YouTube videos and these kind of videos that I'm just sharing with my family. The Atom comes with everything you need to fly in the box. The radio, which is a compact but adaptable radio that works together with your phone. The drone itself, which is under 250 grams to avoid many restrictions in many countries. A battery, in which they call it intelligent battery, extra propellers, and many cables used to charge your devices and connect the phone to the radio. Unlike FPV drones, you don't need goggles for the camera drones, and you use your phone as a screen to control the device. I'll show you more about this. The app, which you download from the Android or Apple Store, is the center of all the experience. You control your drone from here and you see a preview of what the camera is seeing from there too. Unlike FPV, controlling one of these drones is very easy, to the point that anyone without experience can lift it off the ground and do some easy movements without any kind of training. On the FPV side, we normally advise people to take a simulator for many hours, if not weeks, before even trying to lift a drone from the ground. It's pretty cool how a simple touch on the screen can give you some amazing clips, because you can ask the drone to track someone moving, or do some circles around a chosen point, or lift away while filming you. These are all very cool moves that you see these days in social media and other places, and you can add those moves to your clips very easily with this drone. The radio allows you to quickly cycle between picture and movie, which is very useful if you are flying around filming and suddenly you want to take a picture of something that you see very nicely. With a click on the control on your radio, you get this switching from one to the other without any problem. Something that will be impossible on an FPV drone. So usability with this drone has been very simple. I didn't need more to breeze over the manual to understand what I needed to do and how can I control this little drone just to get these kind of videos that I'm interested in. But what about video and photo quality? Well, here I have to say I'm pretty satisfied with what the Atom offers. The camera gives me 4K resolution video. It has a manual mode to control what you want to do with the picture if you want to use it, or an automatic mode which work most of the times for me very well. One small thing that I missed pretty early was the possibility to add ND filters to the lens. It's amazing you have a 3-axis gimbal on this budget drone which gives you very stable images, but there is no way to attach an ND filter unless you get a little bit creative with some tape or 3D printed parts that you can do yourself, design yourself to do something about it. I read a lot of people praising the DJI cameras over the Atom cameras on the internet, but I'm pretty sure any beginner will be more than satisfied with the quality you get out of this drone. From the FPV pilot point of view, I have to say that I have two things to think about here. The number one is that it was extremely simple to get this drone on the air and start taking those flights and those films that are gonna make my films and my clips more interesting. With a click here and a click there on the app, it was enough to get you doing this kind of circle and this launch and these kind of things that everyone is seeing more and more in social media, and they add this professional touch to your clips. But you have to think that The same way that I could do everything very simple, anyone, any beginner can do something like that. And that means that everyone is going to have pretty similar clips, pretty similar videos. And if you want to do something more, and if you want to differentiate yourself from the rest of the people, then you're going to have to find what to do with this drone, how to maneuver the drone to get something that is different from everyone else. And here is where technology is helping everyone get, like, raise the bar on the content that they can create, but at the same time everyone is raising up with that bar. And again, if you want to be different, if you want to do something unique, you're gonna have to use your ideas to create something different. Which brings me to point number 2. This drone is a tool. It's not like FPV is more of a hobby. Like with FPV, you are flying around, looking at beautiful things. Of course, you can use it for filming and this kind of thing too. But I would think that camera drones, the main objective of camera drones is to get pictures and get film, get clips that you can use in other films. While FPV is much more about a hobby, building the drone, getting something new, doing some freestyle, doing some filming, or even racing. And even if these two sides, these two kind of drones bleed into each other, again, I can say that camera drones are a tool, and as a tool, you have to choose if this is what you want to do. If you're a beginner, I think there is a lot to get out of this drone. But if you are a professional, that you're selling your clips and these kind of things, you might want to see what other much more expensive drones offer to you. To close this video, I want to say that after using this drone, after using the Atom for a few weeks, I'm getting everything that I was expecting out of it. I have very good quality, I have a simple to use app, I didn't need to spend a lot of time learning to pilot this thing, and I have a new tool that is going to allow me to introduce new perspective, new videos, new photos to the work that I do through my YouTube channel and the Instagram account. And after these few weeks using the drones, I don't have any urge of going and getting something more expensive because they do it better than what this can do. I think you get a lot out of this drone for the price that you are paying. And I would recommend for any beginner that wants to start filming from different angles and having this new perspective for their work to go and check this drone. I believe that is pretty good for you. This is what I had for you today. I hope that you enjoy it. Thank you for watching and see you soon.